Hello everyone, let's start learning Java practically with our first Java program. So what you need to do is go to your package explorer, right click on the project name, go to new, select a class, give in your class name. Mine is my first Java program. By default the source folder of your program will be under your project name, that is learn Java, under that src folder. By default all your program file, that means the source file will be contained in src folder with .java extension. When you compile your program, the .java extension file will be converted into a .class file. That will be your bytecode. As we have studied earlier, bytecodes are those files which is platform independent. So let's have a look first where those files will be stored. Go to your workspace. Mine is Learn Java Programming. Under that the project name Learn Java. As you can see, there are two folders right now, the src folder and bin folder. Src will contain all your .java file extension and bin folder will contain your .class file. Right now both the folders are empty because we haven't created any file right now. So let's move on and create a file first. We have given the name. Down here you can see it's asking which method stub would you like to create. I will select the main method to be created by default. Click on finish. See, I have selected main method, so it has given me the main method by default, and we have successfully created our first Java program file. Let's go back to the workspace. Now click on the source folder. Here you can see it has created our first Java file. It will have an extension of .java, and bin folder will contain our .class file, that is our bytecode. So let's move on and see what are these codes pre-written in our editor view. The first one is public class my class name, bracket open and bracket closed. As I have told you earlier, Java is a purely object oriented programming language. That means whatever code we are gonna write or whatever function we are gonna call, it will be in the form of classes and objects. Every code you will write, it will be in the form of class, and whenever you want to call that function or variable of a class, you have to use the objects. Public here is our access specifier. Right now consider it as a syntax. I will explain you all of these in our later tutorials. Our next line is public static void main bracket open array string and argument bracket closed. This is a syntax of main method. Just remember it like a syntax for right now. I will explain you the meaning of public static void later on in our other tutorials, but let me first explain you what is a main method. Let's take an example. Suppose you need to enter a mall or a shopping complex. You will be looking for an entry gate. Similarly, when you compile your program or when you execute the command to compile the program, your compiler will look for a main method to start the execution of program. You can have number of classes in your program or a number of classes in your package, but you should have only one main method to be invoked at the time of execution. So main method here is the starting of our program. So let's move on and make our first program. Don't be nervous. In our first program, we will just printing a statement. Let's move on and create our first Java program file. So in our first program, we will just learn how to print a line. Hi all, learning Java is fun. So what I have done is, I have given a command to print a line. Hi all, learning Java is fun. So let's just first execute the command and see what's the output. Then I will explain you in detail. Go to your toolbar. There is a play button, that is run. Click on it. It's asking me to save and launch. That means whatever code I have written, it will first save that code and then it will launch the debugger. See, down in the console window you can see we have got our output as hi all, learning Java is fun. So whatever I have written in the double quotes, it has been printed in the console window. So what system.out.println does for me is it prints the statement and terminates the line. So what is a system, what is a out, and what is a println? Bring your mouse to system. As you can see, it's written system class contains several useful class fields and methods. That means system is a class that contains many variables and functions. Out is a static member in a system class and is an instance of java.io package. Java.io package means java.input-output package. Println here is our function, or we can say is a method of Java input-output print stream. That means it is used to print a line. So this was our first Java program. Don't get too stressed. It's easy to learn Java. You just have to be patient. In our next tutorial, we will learn the difference between println and print function.